card in. They wanted some information on final expense. Say, fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some information on final expense, as well as a lot of times when I'm with people, they also want to know about some life insurance, and they also want to know about a Medicare Advantage and how it's different from Medicare Supplement. Does that seem of interest to you? Yes, it does. Now you've got final expense, life insurance, Medicare Advantage, and you've also got a Medicare Supplement. So now you can pivot when they say, I don't want whole life. I don't want a final expense program. Say, I totally understand. Let me kind of go over the other things you wanted some information on. So what you're doing is you're giving yourself the avenue into the beginning to move from program 1, 2 to 3 or 4. Because to me it's kind of complicated when you go in there with only one thing on your mind, which years ago I professed that 100%. But now due to the fact that we're doing more things, we can offer more stuff, we're taking advantage of more things, a lot of agents are saying, I need to prosper, okay? If you got a standalone cancer program, you have a accidental plan as we spoke about, you have a critical illness program, say I'm here for this here, and also people send the information in for whatever 3 or 4 things you want to have. Believe it or not, a lot of times people send that card in not knowing what they're sending it in for. They remember sending it the moment they put it in the mail, yet a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, when we come by, they forget about it. If it's an older lead that you've got, somebody you haven't been able to get a hold of, a lot of times by making these suggestions and throwing out some different reasons why people send these cards in, what it's doing is that it's kind of triggering in their mind. I've gone to a house before where the person says, Joe, I don't need it. No. They hit me in the head, kick me out, put me in a wheelbarrow, and throw me in the trash. Jack Skaggs gone there 8 months later, a year and a half later, and has made a sale. Okay? What ends up happening is that what we do is all about timing. Time I was there, they may have been in a bad mood. They may have been cranky. They may have owed, and matter of fact, one of their kids may have owed them money. So the day I went, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, it's timing. Jack Skaggs went behind me, who's better than me in sales, who's better than getting in the doors than I am. He was able to sit and maneuver his way in the house, said something, hit a hot spot, got their attention, and they wanted more information. Sometimes they don't have a need for it. But a year, 2 years later, a spouse may have passed away, a child, a certain loved one, who knows. Now there's something going on because of what happened to them at that time. So when you're there, another agent might have been there talking about Medicare supplements. That's all they talked about. What you're going to do is you're going to be smart. You're going to sit and say, I bought this lead, I have this lead, I got this referral. Let me kind of brag a little bit. Let me kind of tell everybody what I do for a living. When you tell everybody what you do for a living, simply, don't go on like no 2-hour dissertation. Kind of simply what you're doing, you're trying to hit some different parts of that brain to where something may trigger, and they say, yeah, somebody told me about a Medicare Advantage. I'm turning 65. I just moved from another county. I got some type of chronic illness I was told I can change, because you never know what people read in the mail. You never know what the other agent who was there talked to them about. So, in closing, slow yourself down. Have a game plan before you even leave the house, preferably the night before, of what you're going to talk about, who you're going to see. I like to have my whole day planned in advance, okay? I'm going to see Miss Jones at 8 o'clock with an appointment. I've got to go by and visit a client to do a beneficiary change at 9:15. From there, I've got no appointment until 11. I'm working this zip code. I'm going to get these 4 people, put them in my book to hit these 4 people, providing time is okay. Hopefully somebody buys. Go to my appointment at 11 and get yourself going and saying, okay, today I'm going to talk about an accidental program, Medicare, differences between Medicare subs and Medicare Advantages, and also a standalone cancer plan. So when you have this already programmed and you have it written down, what happens is that you are a student. Every time you go to a house, you're actually in front of your class, a husband and a wife or just a wife. You're sitting there in front of them, speaking with them, and your mind's already focused on exactly what you're going to do. So now when you're speaking with them, you're suggesting things for them to talk about, And either you're going to get an additional sale that day, or what you're going to do, you're going to plant a seed to where they want you to come back. So take your time, be prepared, know what you're going to speak about that following day, and I know for a fact you'll be much more positive. Things will flow a lot easier. And you know something? To have cheat sheets written down, having this little form in the back of your leads, having stuff written down with you. You're looking at this here. You can't read upside down. People can't read upside down. Have these little scribbly notes in front of you, because the thing about it is what we do comes from here to here, and the smoother it comes out and the more relaxed you are, the more they're going to trust you. Okay, guys. Jay, if anybody has any questions, hit me a *2. Jay will open you up. If you have any questions pertaining to this call, another call, or you say, Joe, what do you think about this here? And I'd be more than happy to go over it with you and everybody else on the call. *2 if you have any questions you would like to ask. Okay. Nobody wants to talk. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the warm-up. How do I warm up to a client when I'm in the house? Where do I sit? What do I say? What do I bring in with me? So see you tomorrow. Make it a great day. Hit them hard, guys. You got any questions? Give us a call. Bye-bye.